Good morning, children. Sai Ram. How are you all? Hope you all are good and safe. So, welcome back to the science class. And today we'll take a new chapter, that is chapter number 12, electricity and circuits. We have already completed chapter number 10 and chapter number 11 we have done before the exams, before SA1 exam. So, this is for the time. Chapter number 12, electricity and circuits. First of all, we all know that there are many things that are working on electricity: television, radio, computers, washing machine, heaters, water purifiers, electric washing machine, vacuum cleaner, tube well. Means counting is unlimited. Means there are so many devices that run on electricity, and these devices are known as electric appliances. So the devices that need electricity to work are called electric appliances. Now, in earlier time there was no electricity, so people used to what people generally use torch, or they use firewood for this purpose of light. Means if you are going out at night time, and if there are no street lights, no electricity is there, what you will use? You will generally use torch, because torch is the best, or we can say, and the most reliable and cheapest source of electricity. So now first we will study about who is the father of electricity. Now Michael Faraday is known as the father of electricity. Now who discovered electricity? Benjamin Franklin in 1759. 1759. Electricity was discovered in 1759 by Benjamin Franklin. So he discovered electricity in this 1759. Who? Benjamin Franklin. And who invented the electric bulb? Edison and its team discovered the electric bulb. A team of scientists was there with Edison. They invented the electric bulb that we use now as a source of electricity. Now, the question is, what is electricity and what is electric current? So many terms are there to be learned. So, when the particles flow in electric circuit to produce electricity, when particles are flowing in an electric circuit, so they are known, it is known as electricity, and the current that is flowing is known as electric current. Now, here particles means electron. So, electrons are flowing in a circuit, so they produces electricity. What is electric current then? The flow of electric charge in a circuit is known as electric current. But the charge that is flowing in a circuit is electric current. So the direction is taken from positive to negative. So in an electric circuit, the this current always flows from positive terminal to the negative terminal. Means there are two terminals in an electric cell or in an electric circuit, and the current always flows from positive terminal to the negative terminal. And I'll show you the torch and batteries, this thing will be very clear to you. Now what is an electric cell? You must have seen this type of cell, small cell. So in this cell you must have, these are known as electric cells. So in these electric cells you must have observed that this terminal and this terminal, it is having two terminals. So the flat terminal with the plate, this is known as the negative terminal, and this terminal with a cap, a small dotted cap, is known as the positive terminal. So in the electric cell, if it is like this, and this one, so this upper part with a cap, this is known as positive terminal, and this flat plate is known as the negative terminal. So in a cell there are two terminals, positive terminal and the negative terminal, and the electricity always flows from positive terminal to the negative terminal. Like this, the electricity flows positive to negative. Okay, so a cell is a source of electric power. created inside by internal chemical reactions. When the chemicals inside the cell are exhausted, the cells need to be replaced by a new one. Cells have two terminals, positive and negative. So inside these cells, what is there? A chemical is there that helps to run the cell. Now, electric cell. So the electric cells are of two types. First is the primary cell and second is the secondary cell. So primary cells, the cells which can be reused, which cannot be reused, are known as the primary cells. So the cells which stops after producing electricity when the chemicals are used up completely, it is called uh, primary cells. As you must have seen, your torch, your clock just stop after some time. Sometime means a year or half a year. So they means when the electricity, or the charge inside the cell is consumed. So at that time your cell will start performing its function and your clock will stop, or your torch will stop glowing when the charge inside the cell will finish up or used up. So these types of cells are known as primary cells, and primary cells cannot be recharged. You can't recharge these types of cells. Some people keep them under this direct sunlight so that it gets charged, but it works for but hardly for few hours, so they cannot be recharged. So some cells that cannot be recharged are known as primary cells, and they have a fixed lifetime. Now comes the secondary cells, the cells that can be recharged using the electricity. The cells that can be recharged using electricity, once the chemicals inside such cells are used up, they are rechargeable and stop producing electricity and can't stop producing electricity. It is used in mobile phone, car, batteries, laptops, etc. You must have seen when you use your mobile phone, its battery drained, then you again recharge it. Yes or no? And when your this car battery is not recharged, you can recharge it. Your laptop battery is not recharged, you can recharge it. So many things are, your headphones are not recharged, you can recharge them. So many things that can be recharged now. So these cells are known as the secondary cells, and the cells which cannot be recharged are known as the primary cells. And primary cells we use in toy cars, or this torch and so many electrical, not that much, because these cells produces very less amount of electricity as compared to the secondary cell. Secondary cell produces almost an average of 240 volt electricity, but these produces only 4 to 5 volt of energy. So we generally prefer secondary cell. Yes or no? Now let's come to the next point. We'll talk about the electric bulb. So who invented electric bulb? This we have done 8.4. Okay. Electric bulb. The electric bulb is a device that runs on electricity. We all know that electric bulb is the main source of electricity, and we generally use electric bulb at a home. An electric bulb is a device that runs on electricity. It glows when electric current passes through it, and it has a filament that is connected to its terminal. You all must have seen an electric bulb. It is like this, and inside this filament is there. It is something like this. Okay, so this wire inside the bulb, this wire inside the bulb that glows, it is known as filament. It is known as filament. 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 Okay, so this wire inside the bulb is known as filament, and this outer covering is the glass covering, transparent glass covering, and this filament is made up of tungsten. This filament is made up of tungsten. Tungstun. Tungsten. tungsten. Okay, so it is a metal that can pass electricity very easily, and these are very means if large amount of electricity will pass through this tungsten, break down it will break down and it will not allow electricity to pass, and your bulb will be fused. Yes, how bulb fused? When this wire this filament will break due to excessive energy, this excess of electricity, this bulb will glow. Means if the capacity of every bulb is different means thickness of every filament is different, and that decides that how much current will pass through that electric bulb. And if you exceed the amount of electricity flowing through that filament, the bulb will get fused and it will not glow anymore. So this is all about electric cell. An electric cell is having two terminals, negative and positive, in same way as the case of this electric cell. So it is having here only at the base it is having a dot. So these two dots are what? These two dots are this positive and negative terminal. If you have electric bulb at home, you can see that, and I'll show you that in the next video. So after electric bulb, the thin wire in the bulb which emits light is called filament of the bulb. It is made up of tungsten, TUNGSTEN, tungsten. It has high resistance for current and has high melting point. It has high resistance for current means it will not allow high amount of current to pass through. It will only allow some few amount of electricity to pass through it. Resistance means opposition force. Means something is opposing someone, so that filament is opposing the electric current to flow through it. It has high melting point. High melting point means if large amount of electricity will pass through that, it will heat up and it will break down. It does not get oxidized even at high temperature. So this is all about the electric bulb. So we have done today electric cell and electric bulb and a basic information about the electricity. And now your work is to read the chapter again and make your own notes. Till then, take care. Sai Ram.